Here's my professional opinion, and I'm allowed to have it.
You sure as hell are.
Just as a professional who's not involved in either of those professions. But here's my my man on the street. I think that CM Punk, Phil Brooks, is making a bad decision to do.
Does most of the WWE feel that way though?
I don't know. I don't know.
But what's the? Because I have no idea.
Fans,
what's the beat from the WWE fans? Like, are they like, damn, CM Punk's gonna be champ at 170? Or are they like, dude, what the fuck's he doing?
I think most people are like, this is stupid. What are you thinking? That's what I think.
I think of it as somebody who says, I'm going to try to ride a bull. And I haven't done a lot of bull riding.
Right, and they haven't. And they haven't.
I'm going to get on a
bull.
simulator, and then I'm going to get on a real bull.
I'm interested to see or hear what the actual WWE fans think. Like, are they like, damn, CM Punk's going to take over like he did in WWE?
I do not think so.
Or are they like, dude, what the fuck is he doing?
Okay,
because Brock Lesnar kind of set the standard, and he's a freak.
But everyone knows what Brock Lesnar is.
I don't think they do. If you look at our comments, it's insane.
Really?
Yes.
That blows my mind.
What's the difference between CM Punk and Brock?
Are you serious? People, wake up. If you've written that, shut up right now. Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar. He's
NCAA champion as
undefeated.
a wrestler.
He was undefeated.
Beast.
He's an absolute beast. They got him into the
Super
WWE
athlete.
because they're like, now what are you going to do?
He also went through a training camp with the NFL, Minnesota Vikings.
He just walked on, and he almost made it on the Vikings. Having never played football. Yeah. I mean, Brendan, have you ever seen anybody like just walk on like that?
There's a not to shit on Brock Lesnar because he is a freak, but there's a tackle for the New England Patriots. Never played a down of football. Was an amazing wrestler in college, and the New England Patriots like, hey man, with how big and quick you are, we think you'd be an NFL player. And he started for like 12 years for New England Patriots at tackle.
But he's probably 6'6" and 410 pounds.
Correct.
With
and he's
8%
the exception.
body fat.
He's the
yes,
exception.
Absolutely. When you see a guy like that,
Brock's
Belichick goes, wait a minute,
Correct.
these mechanics we can teach him. And right, because of course football is a skill set that's very particular. And Brock Lesnar, not with that skill set. The shit that I watched of him in preseason, I was like, oh, he's all over the place. And he still almost made it. Yeah. There's
an epic story of him getting a fight in training camp and literally picking the guy up over his head and slam him to the ground.
This was Brock.
He's horrifying. Yeah. So in wrestling, in professional wrestling, in the WWE and all that stuff, there's all sorts of different bodies because it's about, the entertainment side of it. CM Punk has always been a guy who, in his earlier days, he was in Ring of Honor and stuff like this. His name is Punk. He's CM Punk. He's got like
he's anti-man, right? Like anti the man, fuck the boss.
Right. So he never had that
Pepsi tattoo.
Right. He never had that. He never had that Vince McMahon gym body that Vince McMahon loves, the Hulk Hogan's and all those guys over the years that are just, on whatever they're doing and they're just massive. They look amazing.
They look like superheroes.
Right. So over the years, it's sort of become, but there's also guys that can do really fun moves. They've sort of innovated some really cool looking shit, and they talk on the mic. They're great talkers. CM Punk is one of the best.
He's a great talker?
Great talker.
One of the best?
One of the best talkers ever.
God, because his interview, it's not transition to the UFC because he can't play that character. He has to play the real character.
That's right.
It's not good.
No, it's not. I've seen him interviewed.
And they're not good, right? Because I saw some of his
shit.
They're terrible.
Oh yeah, people are like want to rib him or talk to him or whatever.
I know.
He can't roll with the punches because he can't go, listen, fuck you, blah, blah, blah,
it's
and get
there.
in the character because he wants to be legit.
But if he did that, he'd be so much bigger.
Yeah, but that would be fake. Because a guy like Chael Sonnen, a guy like
Brock Lesnar doesn't.
Yeah, but those guys are of course they're fighters. So it's like when you see Conor McGregor go off and like Conor McGregor's comments about the WWE and stuff, I thought that was brilliant because obviously he's making the WWE is quote unquote a work, brother, right? So Conor McGregor's like, yeah, I'm going to work you fuckers.
Yeah,
like, I'm going to work
that's
you.
That's what he's doing.
Right.
And everyone pissed off. Everyone was like, "Fuck you, I'll kill you, little man."
Right.
This is real too. He's
but it's like,
gotcha.
Gotcha.
Everyone was talking about him.
Right. Yeah. So in order to it's like anything, but in order to talk a big game, you have to have some game. There has to be something at the core.
But CM Punk the only reason CM Punk got signed to the UFC, and if you don't know this, you're a idiot. The only reason he got signed is to sell tickets.
Absolutely.
It's not to be a title holder. It's not to be a contender. To sell tickets. Yeah. When I signed CM Punk, part of my stipulation, I'm signing CM Punk the talker.
That's
not
right.
CM Punk the fighter.
Well, look, when he,
so fucking talk, Paris.
right? When he was, I remember when he was interviewed by Joe Rogan at the whichever was back in like 2 Decembers ago now or whatever.
A while ago, yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna blah blah blah." And he's wearing a suit. And look, this is my editorial opinion. I think Joe Rogan's looking at him, going, smiling, going like, I'll rip your legs off right now. And then he goes, and then Joe Rogan says, "Well, good luck." And he goes, "Luck's for losers, Joe, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, hey, man, this isn't the WWE. What are you doing? Yeah. Because you're a small guy over there.
Yeah.
These guys will fucking kill you. Yeah. And also, he talked some shit about a friend of mine on Twitter. So fuck him. And Mickey Gall follows me on Twitter. So that's how that works.
Shout out to Mickey Gall.
Yeah, shout out to Mickey Gall.
Shout out Mickey Gall. What's funny to me is Joe goes, "Well, good luck." He goes, "Luck is for losers, Joe." Dead serious. You could tell it took every ounce of restraint from Rogan to not just go, "Fuck you," and then choke him out.
But if it was
we all realize Rogan could beat him up, correct?
Yes.
Everyone's well aware of this.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Well, now I see questions all the time like, "I'd love to see Joe Rogan versus blah 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 in the UFC."
Come on.
Joe would lose. Yeah. He's older. He would lose. Joe Rogan actually would beat up CM Punk.
Yes,
Let's just be clear on this.
Right.
He would 100% beat him up.
Roundhouse kick him in the fucking ribs.
You do whatever he wants with him. He's better at every single aspect of mixed martial arts than CM Punk.
I'm watching him on the internet. I've talked to you guys about this video where he's teaching George St. Pierre a spinning back kick.
Yeah.
It's like, and George St. Pierre's like, "Oh, let me try it this time," because and then they're doing it together. Yeah. And I'm like, both of these guys will make your pancreas explode. Like I'm looking at those kicks. For CM Punk to say that in the presence of
it was funny though. Luck's for losers, Joe. See you later.